Hey there, welcome back to my channel, Dying to DIY. I am so glad you decided to stop by and check out what I have in store for you for this video. But before I get started, if you have not already done so, I would love it if you subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell, and just join the Dying to DIY fam. Hopefully you like what you see enough to be able to do that. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, big shout out to Cricut for sponsoring today's video. And for those of you that might be unfamiliar with Cricut, Cricut is a smart cutting machine that allows you to create so many personalized projects with hundreds of material choices. It works with a software called Design Space, and that comes free with your machine. So that's really cool. And Design Space is where you create your project, and you can also browse from hundreds of images and fonts and other people's projects that they've created. And once you've created your design, Design Space will send it to your machine to cut. It's just that simple and easy, and that is why I love Cricut so much. I am a huge fan of Cricut, so if you guys are thinking about buying one of their machines, I would totally recommend it. So here are the 3 different earrings that I will be making in this video. I just wanted to show you some different styles and, varieties and whatnot, just to show you that the possibilities are seriously so endless. So many color combinations, so many styles, so many additions that you can add to earrings in general. So I'm really excited with the way that these turned out, and hopefully you guys will be too. So this is one of the leather pieces that I will be using. This is a metallic leather, and it is in a rose gold color, and it is from Cricut. So I really love it. I think it's stunning, and I like how thick it is as well. And then I did have 4 of these options from Dollar Tree. I thought I was going to use all 4 colors, but in the end I only used the brown and the black colors. I will also be using these jump rings and then these ball hook ear wires, so I can make hook earrings rather than studs. For the first pair of earrings, I chose to use the black faux leather from Dollar Tree, and I'm just using my little Cricut cutter to cut it to the size that I need it. And then I'm just going to add it to my standard grip mat. And then it was time to cut our earrings. So I opened up my Design Space. I'm making sure that I will be, the Design Space is optimized for the correct machine that you're using, whether you're using Joy or Explore Air. I'm using the Maker 3 for this one, so I had to make sure it was for the Maker 3. Then I'm going into the search bar, and I'm searching earrings, and it pulls up, images and stuff, but also if you scroll down, it has projects that people have already done. And so you can kind of just go through those. You can browse through all of them and check out all the cool designs and, styles they have, and then pick from there. I decided to go with that very first picture with the little leather earrings. They kind of look like, I don't know, like little wings or feather or like flames. I don't know. It's just a really cool design. So I'm going to click on Make It. You can customize it if you want, but I thought they were just cute as is. So clicked on Make It, and then it's going to start walking you through all the steps that you need to take. And I seriously just love how easy Cricut really does make it. So the first question they want to know is how you will be loading your materials. Are you going to use the mat or no mat? You can not use a mat, but you have to have smart materials, and I didn't have a smart leather. I'm not even sure if they do have a smart leather yet or not, but so I needed to use my mat. So I clicked on my mat, and it shows you your little project that you're going to be making. If everything looks good, you're going to hit continue, and then you're just going to click what material you'll be using. Are you using like vinyl or iron-on? In this instance, I'm using the faux leather. So I just searched that, and I clicked on what it pulled up. It's a paper thin leather, and that's exactly what I am using. Click done, and then it's just going to ask you to load your materials now and load your mat. And it's going to have a little flashing button. That is your load button. So you're just going to put your mat and your materials up to, the edge of the cutting part. Hold it there and then press that flashing button once, and then it's just going to load it automatically for you. And then also on your computer, it's just going to start checking the length and making sure that your material is big enough and that your mat is also big enough as well. Once it has registered that everything's good to go, it tells you to press go. And then boom, it starts going through the process to make those cuts, and it just follows along the pattern that it was given. And it's going to walk you through the whole process from 0 to 100%. And once it gets to 100%, it's just going to ask you to unload that material. So again, you're going to click the same button that you used to load it is the same unload button. You press that and then it just unrolls it for you so you can grab it with ease. So now that I had the little pattern cut out, I am just removing the background from the earrings, and it just comes off, you know, super easily. And now I am going to start pulling off the actual earring part, and we're going to go through the steps to make those earrings. So I'm kind of just breaking away those little triangle cuts because some were still connected to one another. So obviously I need them to be broken apart because that is the design of this earring. And it's super satisfying, honestly. Look at it. Woo! I thought it was really cool when I did that. So anyways, I know I'm a goofball. Okay, so we broke those apart, and now I'm just going to take out my jump rings and then my little hooks so I can add those to the top of those earrings. And I'm going to be adding the jump ring first. So I'm just prying it open with a pair of like pliers, and you're going to loop that jump ring through both sides, you know, both of the top pieces of that earring. Using my pliers again to clamp it shut, and then I'm just looping my little hook piece from the bottom there. It has, you know, you can tell which part's supposed to go in your ears and which part is supposed to be clamped onto the earring. So you do that, clamp it, and I did that to both of them. And honestly, it really is just as easy as that. As long as you have all the materials you need, these are just such a breeze. So here's what they looked like after those steps, but I needed to make them look more like the inspiration picture. So I'm just kind of flattening them and fanning them out, and then I'm also taking my hot glue gun and I'm just adding a dab of glue at the bottom there, so that way the bottom stays like closed and it gives it this more fanned out look. And that's how they turned out. I think they're so cute. Here is the you know, inspiration picture from Cricut, the design space, and here's how mine turned out. And I just love them. I think they are absolutely adorable, and like I said, so easy to make. All right, on to the second pair of earrings. Again, opening design space, making sure I'm using the correct machine. This time I'm going, you know, to start a new project, and I'm going to be using my own shape. I really was looking for like a teardrop looking shape, so that's the one I found, clicked on it, and I didn't really care for the size of it when it, you know, how big it came out. It was 2.5 inches in height. So I'm just going to change the height on there, and I made it 2 inches, and I thought that would be the perfect size. So you can go ahead and make yours whatever size. I am going to make 2 sets of these teardrops. So I do want one set that is a little bit bigger than the second set. So like I said, I just am copying and pasting those, and then I'm resizing them. But now I needed to make a little hole for the top to where my jump rings can go through, and then my little hooks. So I added another shape, which is a circle, and I'm just kind of sizing it just how big that I feel like is good for the jump ring to fit through, and then I'm adding it to the top there. And once you're happy with like its placement and stuff, it's not too close to the top and not too far down, you're just going to highlight both of those shapes, the teardrop and then the circle. And then I'm going to the bottom right of design space, and I'm clicking on slice. So that way I can now move the teardrop, and you see how that little hole is, you know, left there, and it makes a cutout on the teardrop. So now my machine will know that it has to make that little slice, you know, and little hole at the top as well. And now it's easier. I just got rid of the other teardrops. It's easier rather than like having to do the same process for all 4 of them. You're just going to get rid of those, and then I'm going to copy and paste the first one that actually has the hole in there, and I'm going to paste it 3 more times, and then I'm going to size the other 2, you know, size them accordingly. I did do them 1.5 inches instead of 2. I wanted them just a little bit smaller so that way I can kind of layer these. So I did go ahead and hide those 2 smaller ones because I do want them to be a different color. And again, just going through the same steps that I did before a few minutes ago of finding my materials, loading in the materials, making the cuts, and so forth. So here are the black teardrops and then the rose gold teardrops. The rose gold one, the metallic leather is a little bit thicker, and when it was cut, it kind of like frayed on the sides. So I did just take some sandpaper and kind of sand it down just to smooth it and get rid of some of those fuzzies. They still kind of are there, so I probably could have sanded them a little bit better, but I just try to, get rid of it as best as I could. So the earring making process is the same as it was for the first ones. I'm just adding the jump ring, and then I'm adding that hook on there and just doing the same thing for both of them. And here's how they turned out. I think they are so adorable. I love the colors. I really like the metallic like rose gold against the black background. Super, super pretty. All right, the last pair of earrings is actually another project that I found in the Cricut design space when I searched earrings, and I love them. They're like a leaf pattern. So again, I just went through all of the steps that I had already mentioned in this video, so it should be super easy to follow. And these ones are so straightforward and just really, really easy to make, and I really love the way that they turned out. So, alright guys, that is, all I have for you, the 3 different styles of earrings. Hopefully you enjoyed them. Let me know down below which one is your favorite. For me, I'd have to say, I think I like the brown ones the best, the leaf looking earrings. They're all really, really pretty though. I definitely want to use more of that brown leather color because I'm obsessed. It's so stunning. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you have not already done so. Also, thanks to Cricut for sponsoring this video. I'll see you guys next time.